boys, we're back at it again. So started off the day a little light, just painting some shit. And then a nice little wrinkle black to clean it up a little bit because it was nasty, gray, aluminum shit. Ray's over here working on the Buick's Oldsmobile, heads. He's over here putting in the valve seats. Or sorry, the ring, what are these things called again? The valve seals? The valve seals, that's what it's called. Valve stem seals. He's out here installing the new seals with a specific GM approved tool.
ICT bullet, man.
ICT, y'all motherfuckers make a great product. If you ever want to sponsor us, we'd be more than happy to put all your shit on all our cars.
I actually have a lot of their fucking...
They make a lot of fucking good tools and shit. A lot of specific tools, a lot of specific accessories that a lot of the manufacturers don't make. So what this gentleman here is going to start doing is he's going to start lapping some valves. I hope the audio isn't shit because of the fan. Or whatever. It's hot. We need a fan. Because it's fucking hot. So putting a little bit of lubricant, a little bit of lube on that valve. Because it's a rubbing compound basically is what it is. It probably has graphite and metallic powder in it in a really refined state because it's gonna create a new seal right there. So basically what lapping the valve does, and I didn't know this too much, is basically you're seating every valve to its base, its seat. You're basically making sure that the seat of the valve and the valve have a perfect match, so there's no leaks, no possible leaks anyways. Basically you just put that rubbing compound on the valve, you reinsert the tool, and you basically get a drill, and what you're doing is you're spinning the valve on the seat and putting pressure on and off the valve seat.
This is one way to do it.
The suction cup kind of thing?
Suction cup with just a thing. Sometimes I use a hose and I grab it off the back of the valve stem seal. It's a lot easier, but I can't find a small enough hose right now. So if it don't work, then I'll find some hose. Most of the time this works pretty good. Yeah, you see, it's not gonna work today. Yeah.
Put a little bit of there's some holes on that intake over there. Right there in the intake, there's some PCV hose. Maybe that plastic shit can probably work. But you just don't want to damage the tip of the valve, right?
No, it won't matter. I literally put it on. I got some of that. I think it's too big.
Here we have a wide assortment of tools that we use to break shit and fix shit. Mostly break. There's a pressy boy over there, you know, squishy. We call it the squishy boy. And over here we got a cutty boy. And then right here we got a weldy boy. Yeah, it's a carbon fiber hood of my dreams. I don't really care about the car, but the hood. I love the hood more than I love the car. Car can burn the fuck down as long as the hood is okay. You can probably cut all this shit out, Richie, if you want. Or just fucking cutting. You need some time up. It's hot. Damn, boy. Thick, boy. 3 C's. Oh, God, come on. You had one fucking job. I can hear Richie now. Guy, I can't use none of this. Guy, can't use none of that shit that you did. All that fucking video is useless. My name's Richie. I just bought an AK. I think I'm cool. Alright, we'll be right back. We're gonna figure this shit out. Hey, look at my forehead. Alright, so I'm not gonna make you guys watch all this shit, because I can barely stand to watch this shit. Well, we got the contraption rigged up. Basically, it's a freaking. You see it from there?
It's a hose on drill.
It's a hose, basically zip tied to the drill, and the hose then goes into the top of the valve, the valve stem, and what you'll see now is the valve just spins. It's a great angle right here. You look handsome in this one. After a few moments of probably hot yet.
No.
Back out and we wipe it down a little bit.
Look at it, see how it is.
Okay, we have to go some more. See what kind of rub mount marks we have on there. Might need to go a little more.
Yeah. Yeah. They cleaned up the head, but the valve is still kind of pitted.
Yeah.
You can see it.
Basically, all we're trying to do is clean up
Clean it
the
up.
pitting, make it to where it's going to have a smooth valve seat, and yeah, ensure that the valve seat properly. Oh yeah, oh yeah. All right, looking a lot better now. This is all kind of done by eye. It really depends on the condition of the valves. There's still some pitting on there, but it just depends on how much material we want to take off
This is pretty good.
from the valve seat.
I'm gonna check these afterwards anyways with water.
What is that called?
Right.
You just fill the cylinder up with water, see if it leaks.
Once you put the springs in it,
Once you put the springs in it, you fill it up with some water.
you can see we did this one already.
Yeah, that one's a real nice.
It looks good.
The exhaust ones are always going to have a lot more pitting on it just because of the temperature.
Exhaust. No, well, it's because of the carbon buildup.
Oh yeah, the carbon buildup, but again, the temperature on the valves tends to be a little bit hotter than the ones on the intake. Seeing as they are, you know, smaller and can't dissipate the heat as much. I'm just talking shit, people. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. I don't know what I'm fucking doing with my life. I'm over here fucking playing Pokemon Go and shit while this motherfucker's over here lapping some goddamn valve. Let me see if I can do it with my left hand. I'm not even left-handed. Oh, you fucking whore. I hate you. Come on. Yeah, I fucking suck. Can't do this shit with my left hand. One more time. Ah, gotcha, bitch. Again, Richie isn't gonna use any of this shit. I hope he isn't. I mean, if he is, it's probably gonna be pretty embarrassing. If you guys play Pokemon Go, you know what I'm doing right here. Praising this motherfucker. This guy's worthless. Transfer bitch. Fuck out of here. We don't want you. Ooh, we do. Alright, I'm done, guys. I'm done fucking doing this shit for you guys. We'll be back when we have something more eventful going on. Alright, it's recording. So what the hell are we doing here, Ray?
We are experimenting.
So, we're reinstalling the valve springs now after lapping all the valves in there. I got this fancy dancy tool that compresses 2 springs at a time, and we're able to insert. I have to lay this head back down here. Reinstalls the valves and retainers and pushes the springs down far enough to where we can reinstall the keepers. And the batteries are dying again. I gotta buy new batteries. I guess all these are just crap. But yeah. This is the less fun aspect of the shit that needs to get done, but nevertheless it needs to get done. And it's just an arduous process. Look at me using vocabulary. Words. Arduous. Alright, you know, that's alright. context, the present. I don't know. What are words? I don't even know. I need a fucking haircut. Look at this. The receding hairline really kicks in there. Wish I was this man with this luscious head of hair. Yet again, this message is sponsored by and is red and tacky. That's what they called me in high school, red and tacky, because I had red cheeks, rosy cheeks, and I was real tacky. Yeah. So tool pushes down on the springs over the valves. You get a little bit of this grease, this red and tacky grease. Put it on the damn valves so they can hold the little keepers in place while we could release the tool and it will lock everything in place. So for some of y'all that don't know what the hell this is, basically spring over valve. Valve has a little groove, I don't know if you can see that, and then the keepers hold it in place, so as the spring is pulled up, the keepers are keeping the valve, the spring from shooting up out of the valve. And then the top of the valve, these little rockers push down on the valve, and the rockers are pushed up on by these little lifters, push rods. Push rods sit on the lifters, and the lifters sit on the damn cam. These little lobes spin and push the lifters up and lift the push rods that push on the rockers that push down on the valves. And the valves push back up with the springs. I just saved you $15,000 from going to some technical bullshit school about engines. You can send me the money via PayPal.
Like we didn't.
Still paying that shit off. Useless fucking school. Oh yeah. That's probably what's gonna end up happening to me once I pull the loan for the house. Once I pull the loan for the house, they'll probably pay off the school and student loans at the same time. Oh well. I'll get back to you once we do something more exciting.